Hello and welcome to website free audit day for the whole of the month. And honestly, I'm late again today. My apologies. I just don't know where the day has gone, except that I did sleep in, so that explains it. And I am totally unprepared. I hadn't even pulled the website to be used, the website to be audited. So I haven't even looked at it at all. So let's have a look together. We are going to we're going to this tab. Let's get rid of me. So this is called Kane Photography. It's from one of the participants in a Buy from the Bush business group that I belong to. And so that group is about people who are in the bush and who they don't have the benefits of what those living in big capital cities have to understand the way, the great ways in which to do marketing and do all the networking and all that sort of stuff. So Millie Kane Photography is built on Squarespace, I think I just saw. It's got Google Analytics. It's got, hang on, stop sharing. It's not sharing when I do that. So hang on, let me share the other way. Yeah, there was a reason why I didn't share that. That one I'll share. Right, now will it share this? Doesn't want to share that. All right, never mind. We'll do without that right now. So it's got Google Analytics, Typekit, which is a form builder, Google Tag Manager, Squarespace, Add to Cart, build on Squarespace. And that's probably quite a sensible choice for a photography group, unless they want to do a whole lot of bells and whistles. It's got Facebook, it's got Instagram, Squarespace hosted, nothing else there jumps out at me. Can't see any particular email programs. Let's see if the detailed lookup will tell me anything better. It's got Google Analytics 4 installed. Congratulations, that's the current one. It's a pain in the neck. iPhone doesn't have, it's not showing as having the Metapixel installed. I know it says Metapixel Helper has access to this site, but it's not showing it up as the pixel information, which it sometimes doesn't. I'm still not seeing any email. Okay, and it's got different currency methods, pound sterling and euro. I don't know why that would be relevant to an Australian photographer. One thing about Squarespace is that it doesn't do emails so well. On Wix and on WordPress and on Shopify, you've got the ability to do emails a lot better. With Squarespace, you absolutely have to embed an email program. So a very, very appealing looking site. It's very the aesthetic is very appealing for me. I'm just going to open these while I'm here. Yeah, what is that? Oh, it's Facebook, but it's an odd icon to use. Don't know why that icon's in use, but anyway, it's important to click with people than to click the shutter. Yeah, a really good opening statement. So the first thing that comes to me is it's taken me a while to actually see any photos on a photography site, and I'm just trying to get the Just trying to get it so I can have a look at it on mobile. On a photography site, I would expect to be seeing photographs quite fast, quite quickly. They are my thing. I'm not sure what this scroller is about. The scroller's a little bit slow. They are my thing. Nature, I think it says nature photography sessions, they are my thing. Well, that's great, but are they my thing? So resist the urge, people, please, to say what you're about and what you like and what you dislike, because that's not why people are reading your website. If you've got a blog, that's a whole different story. Nature-based sessions, far too slow. This, you only literally get 30 seconds of someone on your website, and if 30 seconds, if they're waiting to read all of this, then you've lost them. Now I like that, but I wouldn't be leading with this. I would be leading, so I would be swapping this around and putting this up high. Beautiful photography. This is stunning. The aesthetic is great. The capture is great. This is clearly a photographer who's got a great eye. Beautiful, really beautiful. So I would be leading front and center with these. There's a lot of, well, now we're getting to mums and kids. I was just going to say, there's a lot of kids ones. That's a mum and a kid. There's a lot of kid ones up until I got down to there. So nature-based and love the outdoors, the sunshine, the clouds, Mother Nature, blah, 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 blah. Whether you're on holidays or local to the area, family photos are a great excuse to get out and about, discovering new places and creating memories. I would make that a more obvious statement. So whether you're on holidays or local to the area, family photos are a great excuse to get out and about, exploring and discovering new places and creating memories. I'd make that bigger, and I'd also flesh it out a bit more. What are people in the area? So Sunraysia, Mildura, luckily living in Sunraysia, Mildura and the surrounding areas. Stunning natural scenery, yes it does, although I haven't been there in decades. Perfect backdrop for those precious family memories. I would flesh out a little bit more, when are the precious family memories? Birth of a new child, significant milestones in children's events, weddings, funerals, sometimes even divorces, if you want to go down that route, christenings, significant life events is what's it about. Maybe family reunions, or the family's grown and they want family portraiture style of things. So flesh out all the areas in which, all the ways in which you can offer them a photographic package, and you add on top of that the fact that nature is your thing and you like to do these in a natural environment, not in a studio. And therefore you've got an advantage when it comes to particularly family portraitures in the studio, over a studio environment. This would make amazing family portraiture. I don't know how you get around that in significant events like wedding, although weddings would be perfect. I can imagine a wedding done down in that area, or they've come, maybe they've chosen, so Mildura, for those who don't live in Australia, it's on the border between New South Wales and Victoria. So let's assume someone from Victoria is marrying someone from New South Wales, or vice versa, or they've got a lot of guests who come from both states. So they say, well, let's go to Mildura for the weekend for the wedding, and maybe a week or whatever that looks like. I had a friend who did that, and he had a lot of family in Inverell. So we all went up to Inverell for the weekend, and wow, was it fun. We had like the pre-wedding party, the one, the couple of days before. We actually had the wedding, and then a 2 or 3 day trip around Inverell, which is a place I'd never been to before, and it was great fun. And I managed to catch up with great friends from uni, because this was one of our uni mates getting married, and it was some years after we'd finished. So flesh that out a little bit more. See, like this is a classic. This looks like family portraiture, but it's outside in a different setting, which is your point of difference. Same as this. This is your point of difference. Lovely photos. Natural light photographer based in Mildura, Victoria. Follow our journey. This, I suppose, is an Instagram feed, but it's not coming up like an Instagram feed. Not really. And you've got some great photos on Instagram that you don't have on your website. So the other issue is there's no privacy statement down the bottom. There's no terms and conditions. You do have your email sitting there, and I advise people to never put your email public on a website, because it just, all you're going to do is get inundated by spam. Would you like a new website? Would you like SEO? Would you like rank better on Google? Blah 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 blah. So put a contact form. In this marketplace, there's not really a lot of option for running an email list, because you're generally only going to get one thing done. So unfortunately, lead magnets and email capture are difficult in this marketplace. You've just got to keep the noise out there in terms of where you're seen. Google is very important in this marketplace, because you want to be up on Google. So if people are searching for a photographer hyphen nature, a photographer hyphen weddings, a photographer hyphen life events, whatever that looks like. The SEO is going to be very important on this. Don't use this much, but let's see what the SEO checker is doing, and it's not showing up either. Description is quite good, focusing on natural family connections and a beautiful sunraiser. It's missing keywords. It's got 4 H1 tags and 1 H2 tag. Google Analytics script not found. It's got a favicon. It's got a logo. All headers. It's not too bad. Images. It's got images that need completing, like logo alternative ping, which is a different logo than the one using. It's a black background with white. It's got an alt tag, but it's got no title. Nature-based selections, no title. It's got an alt tag. You need to put titles on all of your images as well as your alt tags. And there's quite a few images down the bottom where you have no alt tag at all. So alt tags are very important for, like, SEO and Google for this business is much more important than many other businesses. 45 links. There's quite a few links without titles. So yeah, the SEO needs a little bit of attention. So it's a very simple site. It only needs to be a very simple site for this sort of business. The other bugbear I see a lot is when I go across to a menu item, people get very confused when they click on this, and it doesn't take them anywhere. So make the services the top level. Make the top level of the menu also go to the most important page for you, not just the bottom levels. All things family and motherhood. Yes, that's another one. Pregnancy is a thing where pregnancy, birth of babies, family sessions, capturing family sessions start at 445, 10 digital images or 10 images printed in a size 5x7, use of our vintage props, tips and advice on what to wear and how to prepare. That's a very reasonable package, actually. They're cute. They're really, really nice photos. I love your ability to capture personality. They're not stand there and smile and say cheese. There's a lot of personality in all of this. That's cute. That's cute. Says that. All very nice. Lovely work. Lovely work. And this one is lovely as well. See how the person, the woman, assumably the mother, but the woman's been cropped out, and it's all about the child and the lighting behind them. I should imagine that's a further out shot of of what was the backdrop. And I love the focus on the dog there. Nice, beautiful work. Absolutely beautiful work. Why would you not use this? It's absolutely gorgeous work. Family, maternity. I'm wondering why you don't do weddings. Again, beautiful, beautiful, beautifully framed shots. Now we're getting very wistful. The horse in the picture. Horses and the dogs. Nice. So clearly, you know, you've got a fantastic eye. There's no calls to action at the bottom of this. So I've gone to any of these pages and like I've looked through it. Let's say I want a maternity shot and I looked through it. So what do you want me to do next? Where do I go? You know, I am not going to send you an email. It just doesn't happen that way. A live chat widget down the bottom here would be good, and a form. You know, email, send me the form. Look, you've got perfect space there to put a form in. What do you want me to do next? Start the conversation with you, or a let's chat button. Book a time to chat. That's the way I do things on my business, and like I get all of my business through that. I send people across to the website, and half the time they don't even look at the website. I just hit on the 30-minute complimentary chat, and it's never 30 minutes. It's more like an hour and a half. I would want one of those up here. And as I said, down below here, yes, I've looked at that. And don't let me leave without doing something. Don't let me leave without connecting with you. And yes, then they're just not going to do an email like this. So will they? Is that linked to a... Okay, so that isn't even linked to a mail to. What I would have to do is I have to grab it, copy it, go across to my email program. So if you do want to leave an email on there is a piece of code that says mail to, and what happens is when a website has that, they click on that and it will automatically open the email program. That's exactly what you need down there. Services are probably, because you've got such a lot of images and they're presented very beautifully. Wondering what it does to your SEO speed though. That's the only thing. I would tend to put it back to the top button down here as well. Because these pages are quite long. I love what I do. That's obvious. I'm very good at what you do. I do nothing. Something to me. I'm the creative one behind the team. What to expect. The day of. This is all really good stuff. That's me and my business. That's a wrap. This is nicely done. See, there's your contact form. Take that contact form and put it out on all your other pages. Don't just bury it in there and now you've got a different. Oh no, you have it, same one. Take that off. And a let's chat button. The other thing you can do is where there's a links here, you can take the messenger link. Message. It's I think it's m.me. But if you go to your messenger, you'll find a place where you can get the messenger link. And it will be message me as well. So that's always a good thing to do because a lot of people use Messenger. What's this? I want to see what the mobile's doing before I go anywhere else. It's a long way down to get to the images. So, and I don't know that this adds anything to it. So I'd be putting the images up top and then this. And as I said, where is it? Where is the bit here? This bit. Whether you're on holidays or local to the area, I really want that. I want that to jump out at me when I'm looking at the website. Because what we know people do is they literally do this. So they're not capable. They're capable of reading this sort of stuff, but they're not capable of reading. They just don't read this smaller print. So I would put that, you know, who you do work for in something like this size font. Do the images open in a light box on this? No, they don't. If you can, see if I don't know whether Squarespace does it, but on WordPress and on Shopify, what we have is the ability to click on the image and make the image come up on what's called a light box sitting above the page and giving you a better idea to look at it. So that would be really useful if you could, if you can install that. User Instagram. It's an Instagram link. I thought it was. It's going across to Instagram. See if when you go across to Instagram, if you can have open a new page rather than taking them off the website. Look, it's working okay on website. It's no problem with it, but I still just need some sort of footer at the bottom. Instagram, there should be a lot of followers on Instagram, 1,000. Would like it if it was nicer, more I should say. Props, maternity, location, style session. Would be nice if there was images within those, not just colours. Got some lovely photos on here. Is this a rainy day, or is this a hose a hose being used to create a rainy day? Oh, this is sweet. My first Christmas 2023. That's sweet. Just watch the way these posts get put up and look at your content. If everything is children, I mean, that's okay. Maybe that's your marketplace, and if that's so, then ignore everything I'm going to say. But if your marketplace is mixed and you're wanting to do other things, oh, I just thought of another niche. Do you have flower shows within the area? You're also in a country area, so not only flower shows, but you know, my bull just won Best of Breed at Sydney Royal. So breeders, flower growers who compete, the animal breeders who compete. But these are lovely. These are really nice. These would look really lovely on cards. Animal breeders in the area, like not just cows and horses, but dog breeders in the area, because you can photograph dogs really well, and trust me, that's a talent. It is not easy to photograph dogs. Having spent years in the dog show world, particularly with black dogs, and trying to get them to be photographed well, that's cute. Like the post, like the watermarking on all of your images. I like that one as well. That's really sweet. So see if you can mix and match some of these up, unfortunately, so that it's not all the one thing together. What's that called? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what the balloon was. 6th birthday session in Mildura. Oh, all right, okay. It's your business. Hang on. Urban shoot. What about content for shops, for businesses, for social media? Cool. Must be some sort of great capital guard, tranquil gardens. No. Looks almost like some sort of business. Tag the business. So their followers are following you. Lovely photos, they're beautiful. But the thing is, I love your photos, they're beautiful. I like looking at them. But how does it get you work? Like at the end, that's what my business is about. My business is about telling you how your photos are going to get you work. That's a crocodile. That's a crocodile, yeah. Probably a crocodile, or could be an alligator. I don't know the difference, but so how is this going to get you work? So when you want to look at some strategy here, I noticed that all photos, there's no calls to action in terms of an image or a video that would call to action to book you. Maybe you said you were taking a break. Maybe you were doing it earlier. This is 72 weeks ago. No, not really. This is the sort of thing I mean. Do a lot more of this sort of stuff. You know, interspersed among the photos. So you're calling to action. You're calling people to action. But how do you give them the link? Your website URL should be on here. Your website URL should be in here in the comments. Don't make them look up and try and find your website URL in the bio, because people just don't go up there. Similar? But yep, so lots of different ways to show that. Fundraiser, 4 sessions left. The thing I hate about Instagram is you can't. It's really hard to put a link within your top copy. So I tend to put it in the comments. Yeah, so you're just not doing enough of. So this is what I want you to do now that you've seen my work. Book me. And you've obviously got a really good creative eye, so you shouldn't have any trouble doing those sorts of creatives. Easy going, yeah, it's up there. Facebook profile. Yep. People won't go up to there to look at it, unfortunately. Are you doing many reels? I'm doing a few, that's good. And you've had some reasonable numbers looking at them. It's 819, 890. So look at what you do is you look at the reel that's doing well, and you try and ask yourself, why is that reel doing well? Why has 800 people watched this as against, 200 or 100 on another one? And I know that isn't quite exactly on brand. It doesn't matter. This is good. Yep. And behind the scenes, what happens when you what happens when you you have to set up. And the classic, if you're overseas, watch a classic Australian salute, which is that waving the flies away. Your reels are good. This is good. Another behind the scenes. Okay, so are they on Facebook? Get rid of all these. Go into the settings behind the scenes and get rid of them. $23. How many Facebook followers? Oh, look, 2K followers and 1.9 likes. You're doing well on Facebook. I'm surprised. I thought you would have been doing better on Instagram than on Facebook. Maybe you're working Facebook a bit more. So always, Valentine's Day minis are happening this Saturday. Always, so this was February the 5th, and you're saying minis for Valentine's for February the 14th. Put a link in there for how they can, yes, it's got a send message down here, but not everyone wants to do that. Put a link through to your website. Very few people put links into websites, and I don't know why. Mostly it's because I come from an ad background and we're used to putting all the links in, but put the links in and tag these people that are in your photos, not the kids, obviously, but the parents. Yeah, another good way. So you could, as a lead gen, if you wanted to do it on your website, do tips for taking great photos outdoors, tips for taking great photos outdoors with your pets, tips for taking great photos outdoors with your children. This is how it was done. I knew there was a trick. I knew there was a trick. Rainy day, and of course the rain didn't come on the day you needed it always. Session tips, yeah, these are good. So I'd like to see these on Instagram as well. This is good. So this was January the 29th. This is a call to action. Flick me a message for more details. I'm planning. So you don't have a messenger button on there, and you don't have a link to your website where they can come across and book a call. That's what you need. You're expecting people to know when you say, flick me a message. You expect them to know how, and unfortunately, people don't. So a lot more content going up on Facebook by the looks of it. And you're working Facebook quite well. I just put in the links, and I think you'll be doing really well. What's your about say? About contact. You want to contact. You want to be doing a bit more on your about. Contact and basic categories, contact information, website, basic rating. You want to just flesh it out a bit more. You've got it on your website. Just take it off your website and put it on here. First attempt at a video using a drone. There's a lot of opportunities coming up with drone work. Good job. When you've got that eye as a photographer, that's, videography often comes hand in hand with photography, and this, you've got a good eye. You've got an absolute good eye. So drone work could be used quite a lot, particularly in the area where you are. This was the link. The other spot you need to be on Pinterest, and I would think with the photos you're doing, you could do fairly well on YouTube as well. TikTok probably not so much, but you can take these, say YouTube, and think about shorts on YouTube. The reason I'm saying YouTube is not because you have a lot of YouTube stuff that's distinctly YouTube, but you have a stuff that you're using on Instagram and Facebook that can go up on YouTube, particularly up as YouTube Shorts. So whenever you do an Instagram or a Facebook Reel, it's capable of going up as a YouTube Short. There are some people that their whole YouTube channel is nothing but shorts, and that's fine. And so long as there's ways in which to contact you. And of course, we know that YouTube is the second biggest search engine after Google. Just lost my hair tie. The dogs are saying, "What the hell are you doing?" And it's worth just holding the name so that nobody else can take it. Probably all I can contribute to this right now. So thank you very much for joining me. I will try my best tomorrow to not be late. Thank you, and have a lovely rest of the day.